Good morning. We're sponsored by K.E. Cellars, Tyler's Old World Style Boutique Winery in the French Quarter on South Broadway across from the mall. A word of thanks to those of you who post comments on these essays at ktbb.com/youtellme. A word of admonition to all the rest of you. What's stopping you? This is a conversation, not a lecture. Your voice is every bit as important as mine. That's why we made it easy for you to participate. You can share these posts via Facebook and Twitter. You can subscribe so that you get an email alert every time we post a new one. You can subscribe to the audio podcast via iTunes. You can even watch the video version on YouTube. And, of course, you can post your comments. It's a dialogue, and thus it's not complete without your word on the subject. Just go to ktbb.com/youtellme and join the conversation. Those of us on the right, as it pertains to the political spectrum, have high hopes that a decisive victory by the Republicans in congressional and Senate races across the country will serve to reverse the country's leftward lurch. We hope to retreat from government-controlled health care, massive Keynesian spending, the nationalization of the auto industry, increased taxation, irresponsible debt, and all the rest of the agenda as we have seen it from the Obama administration. I would offer a word of caution, however. Even a sweeping Republican victory on Tuesday will not be enough to address the problems America now faces. As much as we conservatives would like to think that putting the brakes on an administration that is not even yet 24 months old will save the country from ruin, the fact is that very nearly all of what ails us has been incubating for decades, and has done so under administrations and Congresses of both stripes. At the core of our ill health lies the distinction between the words benefit and entitlement. Go look them up. Benefit, the noun, is defined by Webster, is something that promotes safety or well-being. Entitlement, as defined, is something that is received by right or contract. As the Greeks, the French, and now the British have learned this year, once a benefit, such as government-funded health care or retirement or housing or food, reaches a certain critical mass, it stops being a benefit and becomes an entitlement, something to which recipients have an inherent right. Once it becomes a right, it's very hard to take it away, even if you can no longer afford to provide it. Thus, we saw rioting this past summer in Greece as the government there announced severe austerity measures in order to avoid financial collapse. As this is being written, France is crippled by strikes and riots over the government's proposal to raise the national retirement age from 60 to 62. And Great Britain, in the face of looming economic apocalypse, has begun implementing measures that will, among other things, slash defense spending and put as many as 500,000 government workers on the unemployment line. By sheer dint of economic reality, our cousins in Europe are turning away from their statist social policies of the past 60 years, just as we appear to be more fully embracing them. Thus, our financial reckoning still awaits. Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid are all broke. Too many of our citizens, even though they are able of body and mind, rely on government assistance just to get by. Our national debt is approaching third world proportions. Growth is stagnant. Our currency is being devalued. Our ability to control events is slipping from our grasp. The election, even one that brings the Obama-Reid-Pelosi cabal to a complete halt, won't in and of itself fix any of that. Until we come to grips with the fact that we simply cannot have all the benefits we have voted for ourselves, much less the entitlements that they have become, we will continue down the same path that has brought civil unrest to Greece and France. And that means that politicians can't hand you any more candy and lollipops. As a matter of fact, if they defy experience and actually do what needs be done, they're going to start taking candy away. That's my word. What's yours? Go to ktbb.com/youtellme and you tell me. Halloween this weekend. Are you having friends over? Are you going to someone else's house? Either way, don't be empty-handed. The weather promises to be nearly perfect for Halloween, and in my opinion, this is red wine season. There are 3 wonderful reds for you to consider right now at K.E. Cellars. Go by today after work before it's too late for Halloween and ask them to let you have a tasting flight consisting of the Keepersall Estates 2007 Merlot, the 2007 Cabernet Sauvignon, or the 2007 Shiraz. You're going to like one of them. You might just like all 3. Pick out the one or ones that you want to share this Halloween and go have a nice party. No Halloween for you? That's no problem. Enjoy any of these wines with dinner or while you relax. Do all of this because KE Cellars is a working winery with a tasting bar. Try any wine in the collection before you buy it. You simply cannot make a mistake. KE Cellars, Tyler's Old World Style Boutique Winery in the French Quarter on South Broadway across from the mall, and online at KECellars.com.